Don't do that. Don't listen. I know you want to put on some perfume, but if your skin is already irritated and inflamed, we really need to talk first. Welcome to Becoming Beautiful You. I am Latricia Renee, and on this channel, we blend fragrances and lifestyle. And today, I'd like to continue my conversation with you about blending fragrance with the challenges of having eczema. So, as I mentioned in my very first video that kicked off the series, I discussed with you what eczema was, just in a nutshell, and some of the different challenges that you might have if you have eczema. And today, I'd like to further add to that conversation with hopefully not repeating what I've already foresaid. So, one of the big misconceptions I want you to understand is while I'm not going to go into the details of eczema, I want you to understand that it's very, very different from psoriasis. Psoriasis and eczema are quite different. They are both very, very inflammatory skin conditions, but they are incredibly different. And I also want to elaborate on the causes of eczema. Some of the causes of eczema can be contributed to by the detergent that you might be washing your laundry with, or what kinds of soaps or body gels are you using. Sometimes there's allergies in the air like pollen and dust mites, and occasionally it's just stress. There's all kinds of reasons why a person might have an outbreak of eczema. In my case, I'm experiencing it now in a very irregular location of my body, which is my upper back area, and I'm going to show that to you in just a moment so that you can see in a case like this why I'm wearing this tube top, other than the convenience of showing you the irritated areas of my body that I'm willing to share, is that on a day like today, I'm not going to want to wear a brassiere or a bra of any kind because it's in an area that's going to irritate. That constant friction going back and forth across my back is going to be very, very irritating. And my bust line will not allow for the forgiveness of, you know, wearing just what I want to wear without camouflaging because it's going to show very abundantly that I'm not wearing the proper support. So in a day like this, I'll wear something that's going to be not tight, but fitted with some elasticity and some slick material that's going to be soothing to the touch of my skin, and it won't have that irritation of going back and forth. So let me quickly show you an area of my back that it's I don't know. I don't know what caused this particular location, as I've said in my other video, of having a lot of different areas of my skin where it's irregular. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm referring to. So um, you can see some of the areas of my back, and I'm going to show you the other side. Hopefully you can see. So it's very, very irritated, and it's irritated in that it itches. It's not red, it's not flaking, no, but it is still in that area of time where certain fabrics might cause it to itch where it's not itching at present. But I don't want to wear something that's going to trigger a reaction. So wearing fragrance or oil in the oil format today will not irritate my skin in that way. So I want to demonstrate after I give you some information on Blanc and Noire Skincare. That's who I want to talk to you about today. Blanc and Noire Skincare. They are a Black-owned business. They focus on mental health and wellness, as well as making sure that you kind of complement your own natural skin set without covering it. They're going to have a more intimate touch, a more long lasting experience, but it's not going to give you probably the powerhouse experience you might have when you wear some of the other brands. But for me, I think this is perfect. So far, I've only got 3 fragrances, and I've seen Blanc Noir Skincare all over YouTube. So they are definitely a prominent part in the fragrance world. And I just don't know, maybe the ones that I have are not necessarily prominent in fragrance, but they do sit closer to the skin, which I love because I enjoy wearing them at night. And I enjoy the luxurious feeling because again, they're not sticky and it's not slick, and it really is a luxurious skin scent kind of thing. So I want to share with you 3 that I purchased recently. So I have matcha vanilla, and very simple packaging. I have no problem with it. I love the deeper color of the bottles. It kind of helps to preserve, at least that's my thought, it helps to preserve the security of the oil. But I've got a lot of oils in clear containers, so what do I know? I just like to see them in dark bottles. This is the matcha vanilla, and this is going to be the most lighter wearing, in my opinion, of the three that I have. And it comes with a pump, and this is very secure. When I received these together, they were in a plastic, a bubble wrap material, very secure. There was no leaking, and it came very quickly, fast, simple shipping. And I'm really looking forward to future wearing experiences with Blanc and Noire Skincare. This is the second one I have. It's bourbon vanilla. Now, this is the most potent of the three that I have. I just took the cap off of it. Now, they also use botanical carrier oils with their oil, so that also adds to the moisture with which their skin is going to give you a luxurious feeling, especially if it's really, really dry. And lastly, I have smoked tobacco. Now, this is also quite prominent in fragrance. So, again, while they may say that they're designed to give you a natural complement to their skin, I do agree because when I wear it, I can smell the fragrance, but it's not something that I would say would be projecting beyond the closeness of a hug that I've experienced so far. So, I'm going to put some of this on. I don't want to put on the smoked tobacco. I also like their fragrances because so far what I've experienced is, let me use the matcha vanilla. It's not overpowering. I could be, you know, one prone to migraines, not headaches, but migraines. So I'm very careful with where I place my fragrances. So we'll talk about that in another video. I'm going to put this oil. Um, I'm going to put it on my arm. You can probably see where my arm is. Gosh, look at that. It's not normally on my arms this way either. I don't know what it is. I didn't change my deodorant or not deodorant. I didn't change my detergent or soap. I love to use Dove because Dove is, it comes in the same conversation with a person who has challenges with eczema. I really don't know what this is outside of possibly sometimes, medication is also occasionally a contributing factor to an outbreak of eczema. So who knows what this could be? I'm just looking forward to getting this on the healing side where I no longer have this dry, patchy skin. But see, as I'm rubbing it here, there is no pain, there is no itchiness anymore, there's no dryness. I can try to reach the back portions of my skin in the back, but it's kind of hard just because of where it's located. It's, yeah, this feels really good. It smells wonderful. I love a private experience when it comes to fragrance. It does make you feel a little posh. It's kind of like having a secret that nobody else knows about. Create your own superpower when you have these things. It doesn't always have to be, hey, I'm here. Sometimes it's the unavoidable, inevitable. Someone is present without being in the forefront. The background really is what makes the foreground look the way it does anyway. That's another conversation. On the Blanc and Noire Skincare, I want to share with you that they do have a full line of signature, self-made signature body oils. I haven't tried those yet either, but they also have the inspired by body oils and they have whipped body butters. I haven't tried those either. And I do want to share with you just a few offerings that they have on their site so that when you go by, you can check out and see what might be the next purchase option for you. So I'm looking at their site right now at present day. So by the time you see this video, it may have been restocked, but nearly everything on their site, including the unscented whipped body butter, is sold out. Now, if that doesn't speak to success, I don't know what does. I will tell you a little bit about what I'm seeing. They have 8-ounce containers. I'm seeing that they vary in price between $20 and possibly up to 25, or in that range, 20 to 25. But again, I'm not going to speak in great detail on that because again, I don't have any experience with getting their body butters other than reading from the description. 8 ounces is a good amount of fragrance, especially when you're using something that's got some richness. It's going to spread and go a nice long way. And hey, intense hydration is what it's all about. Let me take a look at some of their inspired by body oils. Intimate self-care. It's now these particular ones, it says inspired by body oil, not connected to any designer brands. So I love the idea that you can do something that's an inspiration and it's not necessarily meant to be as many would say, a replica or duplication of another product. If you can create your own fragrance, then you can certainly dig into the lab and try and play around and get something that is inspired by it. And it doesn't have to be the same. And, even twins aren't exactly identical, different conversation, but they have a wide selection of wonderful fragrances. I look forward to checking them out. I see 5 stars everywhere. They have a listing of their inspired by fragrance listed next to the title. So that when you go here, you'll see exactly what their inspiration was. So please let me know what your experience has been with Blanc and Noire Skincare. Have you had a chance to try their body butters, their body oils, their inspired by fragrances, their signature fragrances, because they're rock solid in their offerings. I mean, they've got a staple already in the fragrance community. I'm just adding a different you know, um, perception, a different vantage point for what my experience is and the benefit of what I can find with using Blanc and Noir. Because when you have eczema, if you notice, I'm not wearing my hair today. I've got it tucked under this scarf, literally wearing my hair. There's no wig wearing today because sometimes your hair can irritate your skin. Any kind of little tickling sensation, anything that's dangling, even these earrings on some occasions. I'll wear a shorter earring, but I love dangling ones. And today it kind of helps to balance the look, but you get my point. Sometimes the touch of nearly anything to your skin, if it's still in that healing phase, or certainly if it's in the inflamed phase, can add to the irritation and the fluctuation of itching and inflammation on your skin. So do take some time and speak to your medical professional. That is critical. Go to a medical professional, find out what is specific to your individual needs. Even me, while I have a great relationship with my dermatologist, this is in a different location of my body and it's very sporadic now and it's just been going on for a long period of time. So I had to have a different conversation with my specialist, and I encourage you to do the same thing. If you can go to a specialist, please do so. It's nothing like trying to go to you want to make a 4-course meal, but you're going to go to your mechanic. They might be a good cook, but is that really the best option? Go to a specialist if you can. They specialize in the best way to treat your very individual needs. Tell me what your favorite fragrance line is in Blanc and Noire Skincare. What should I try? Please leave me a happy face. And I thank you so much for enjoying this video. And I hope that you will subscribe so that I can continue the conversations that I have with you, because I really do enjoy them. And they're just not the same if you aren't here to have them with me. Give this video a thumbs up. And until the next time, please take good care. I look forward to speaking with you again.